Hi everyone, welcome to another video. This video today is an information session on assignment 2, the short essay. I'm going to give you an overview of what's required in the assignment, and I'm also going to cover some of the common questions that are asked about this assessment. So information about the assessment is available in the unit outline as well as under the assessment tab on Learning at Griffith. The task is to write a short essay of about 1,500 words. With that 1,500 words, there's a 10% leeway, so you can either go 10% below or 10% over the 1,500 word limit. That word limit does not include your reference list, however. It does include any in-text references and direct quotes that you include in your essay. Now moving now to the rationale for the assessment. We want to see that you've developed an understanding of the key concepts and themes that are being presented in the course. And we also want to see that you can take those concepts and ideas and apply them to real-life communication situations. We do want to encourage you to use direct quotes, but please use them sparingly. We really don't want to see big blocks of quoted text because it doesn't demonstrate that you understand the content of that quote or how it relates to the argument that you're putting forward. What we want to see is short, succinct, direct quotes and a lot of paraphrasing, both with in-text references. Paraphrasing much more effectively shows your understanding of what the author is trying to say, and we want to see your ability to apply that idea to your own argument. Other commonly asked questions are, what is a scholarly source and how do I find scholarly sources? A scholarly source generally includes academic journals or textbooks. Try to avoid the study guide, however. It's foundational information and you can use it as a starting point to do further research. But generally, you wouldn't reference the study guide. But you can use the textbook, you can use digitized readings, and you can use the catalogue. Now, peer-reviewed material means that a work has been evaluated by a group of academics in the same field. If you're unsure if your source is peer-reviewed, just ask on the discussion board. Now, in terms of sources that we don't want to see, that includes news articles and also Wikipedia. Please stay away from Wikipedia at all costs. It's very important in your essay that you do present an academic argument, which of course includes peer-reviewed material. And if you're unsure of what an academic argument is, just let me know and I can provide some resources to help you with that. Now you need to follow the correct academic essay writing structure. That includes writing an introduction, body paragraphs with clear topic sentences, supporting sentences, some of which will include academic work, and concluding or summarising sentences that synthesise the main findings of the paragraph. You will also then include a conclusion for the entire essay. So if you're not sure about that, we will provide some resources to help you, and you can also use services such as Smart Thinking to assist you in your essay writing. Now, most academic essays are written in third person, but some of you may want to use first person. You can use first person, but please use it very sparingly. Remember, you have to connect your own experiences to the theory. So you might start off by saying something like, this person describes non-verbal communication as da-da-da. So then you would follow that up with a sentence saying, in my experience at a local retail store, I have found da-da-da. Then you would go on to tell us about your experience and what you learned from that experience, and you would go back to third person for that sort of thing. So there are many resources that can help you with academic writing, and of course I'm always there to answer your questions. Even YouTube is very helpful for writing different types of documents, so have a look at that as well. Another question, do I need to include all concepts covered in the unit so far? No, you don't. Part of the task is to look at the concepts and themes discussed so far and to select the ones that most effectively relate to your scenario. In the task description, there are a set of questions, however, that I think are very valuable when preparing your essay. and also will help you to perhaps structure your essay and help you to discuss important issues that you need to discuss. Now you can use up to 3 situations. We find that generally students, because the word limit is 1500 words, and by the time you write 150 words for the introduction, set the context for the organisation, give a little bit of information to the reader about what the organisation does, its size, its scope, your role within it, and then a conclusion, of course, you don't really have a large amount of space. So see how you go. If you're unsure, just ask and we can work through it. A question that's commonly asked is, why are we asking you to name the organisation? Well, it helps us to understand the contextual setting for your assignment. Often an organisation's name will be indicative of what that organisation does. For example, if you work for ABC Photography, then we'll know straight away that you work for a photography business. And it's rare, but sometimes students have been known to fabricate situations and fabricate the organisation they work for. But there's no point in doing this because we can nearly always tell, and the only people who read your assignment is your marker, either Simon or myself, or possibly IT if you have technical issues. As employees of the university, we are all bound by confidentiality, so please rest assured that your work will be safe in this unit. Another question that may be asked is, what if I don't work in an organisation? We do understand that many of you may be straight out of school and may not have had any experience in the workforce yet. However, there are a range of situations and organisations that you can focus on for this essay and for the business report. You might use your experiences with schools, universities, TAFEs or colleges. For instance, you might have done work experience while at school, or you might have volunteered in an organisation after school. Many of you also would have experienced or had experiences in retail organisations. So you're interacting with a business as a customer. It could be the local store around the corner, or it could be a telco that you've had dealings with over the past few months. There's a range of applicable situations. If you're not sure, post on the questions for the tutor forum and I can help you work through it. So that's a rundown of the short essay. If there's anything you're unsure of, please ask. And I've started a thread about the essay on the questions for the tutor forum. So please post your questions and your ideas up there because it's a great way to get some direct feedback from myself and your fellow students. And if you're off track, I can help guide you back on track. Looking forward to seeing you on the discussion boards this week. Bye for now.